It is always sunny with a basketball by your side. Hello, everybody. I'm Richard Turkovich, and tonight I am completely alone. I am going to be doing this one by myself. The Warriors are going to be playing the Hopewell Vikings, and always a rivalry when these two schools come together. Other than that, I think I'm ready to get started here. And Hopewell's going to come out. They're ready for the tip-off. And coming out for them, that's going to be number 11, Allison Frew. And up for the Warriors is Dakota D'Angelo. And the whistle sounds. Here we go. We are underway. And the Warriors going to gain possession first. It's Miller. Maybe top of the key. Knocks that one over to Hayes. Hayes looks at her options. Sends it over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo eyes it up. Gets that one over to Ott. Now back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo dribbles to the top of the key. Tries to drive in. Gets it to Miller. It's going to go off her hands. And that one will be out of bounds. And the Vikings are going to get the ball. As we get started, here's Maya Reichberg for Hopewell's first possession of the game. Send that one across into the far side. Sends it up at the top of the key, and that's it back for Reichberg. Sends it in. Here's a three try off the rim. And the Warriors going to rebound that one. And a foul will be called. And this Warriors team were able to flip the script last time out. They got off to a hot start. And they ended up winning that last game at home last Monday. And here's Miller. Gets it into Hayes inside the paint. That one got tipped up into the air. Now there's a scramble for it on the ground. And that was Alyssa Ott down there. And she was fighting with Frew. It's going to be sent back along. Here's Reichberg. Dribbles in. Top of the key. Looks at her options. Sends that one over. That's going to be for Palmieri. Now to the other side. Tipped up into the air. Warriors going to get that one back. And it goes out of bounds. But the Warriors will maintain possession. And inbounding here, that's going to be Dominique Douglas. And here's Alyssa Ott. Dribbles in, finds a lane, to the corner. Douglas for three, and it goes! And it's off to an early lead for the Warriors, 3-0. 6:25 to go in the first. And here's Hopewell. They're going to carry this out with Palmieri. And then they sent that one back to Reichberg. Now over to Speichner. Back to Fway. Top for Palmieri. Sends it to the corner. That's Reichberg. Not really the corner, but close enough. And now backtracking. That was Palmieri again. Sends it to the corner. Goes up for two off the board, and the Warriors going to get another rebound. That's a characteristic of this team that will not go away, is that they are a great rebounding team. Here are the Warriors. They're going to back it up. It's Alyssa Ott. Sends it over. Stolen from Dominique Douglas. Now she gets it back. The corner, that's Miller. Drives in, tries to get it to D'Angelo, and that'll go through her legs and out of bounds. And some great movement from the Warriors early. And now Hopewell is going to toss it back in. It was Reichberg, then it goes back to Palmieri. And Palmieri dribbles. Back out to Reichberg. Reichberg. Looking at options. Finds the corner. That's Fway. Back out up top. That's for Reichberg. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And that was off the hands of Kaylee Sunday. And the Warriors did end up tipping that. Reichberg. Back in for Speichner. And she gets it stolen away. Here comes Alyssa. Lightning. Down the court. Dominique Douglas spins, loses the ball. Very unfortunate. And then a foul. Just fumbled it a little bit. And it seems like Hopewell is really able to set up down on the Warriors' end. Doing a great job of that. It's going to go to the near-sided corner. Speichner. Back out up top, that's Reichberg. Reichberg looks. Sends it. Speichner on the ground. Ball's loose. Warriors have it. Yes, they do. Here's Alyssa. Tried to send it long. That got tipped. Now Douglas has it. Warriors were up. Then they get it inside the paint for D'Angelo. Foul gets drawn. And D'Angelo did a good job of going to the basket and going where nobody else was. So now she's going to come up to the line. For the first free throw of the evening. Rattles out off the rim. Here's another one that goes up, and that one is good. So that'll expand the lead to 4 for the Warriors. 4-0, 4:03 to go here in the first. And here comes Hopewell. They're coming on a storm. Reichberg. Back across for Palmieri. Now down into the corner. Cross into the paint. Reichberg tips it. That one's got to Sunday. And a foul. And Hopewell's going to get it just underneath the hoop. And so now Reichberg wide open from top of the arc. Off the rim. And the Warriors are going to keep it going. And I believe they're going to say Hopewell stepped out of bounds. Yeah, Viking player stepped out of bounds. And now the Warriors going to dribble up a little slowly. They're going to try to get set up. Here's Alyssa. Gets that one to Douglas. Fakes a shot. Goes for 3. Off the rim. It was a good attempt. Hayes. Into the middle. Bounces around. D'Angelo ends up with it. Top of the key. Tries to drive in. And now a couple substitutions. And coming on for the Warriors is going to be Talia Wilson. And Kylie Gottschall. And here's another one from Hopewell. That won't be on the hoop. Comes in for Hayes. It's sent. And that'll go out of bounds. And so far, the Warriors have been playing pretty good defense. They haven't scored a whole lot of points, but they've been able to keep the gap at 4. And now Hopewell going to set up. Reichberg. Bounce pass to Palmieri. Now into the corner. That was for Sunday. Back out for Reichberg for 2. Goes in and out. And Hopewell just can't get anything to fall at the moment. They're going to send it to the corner. Gottschall for 3 off the rim. Now Hayes. Back out to Wilson. She had an open shot. Decided to dribble. Gets it to D'Angelo. Goes up for 2. She gets it. 6-0. And a timeout from Hopewell. 2:23 to go in the first. And both defenses playing very well so far tonight. With only 6 points on the board, all 6 of which are for the Warriors. And the timeout will expire. And we'll still have 2:23 to go here in the first quarter. And the Warriors are up by 6. Hopewell's ball. And Reichberg going to be the first one to have it. Turns that one over to Sunday. Back to Reichberg. Now Sunday again. Now down to the corner. That was for Palmieri. Goes up, and that one will go. And that'll be Hopewell's first points of the basketball game. There's Talia Wilson. D'Angelo. Send it in the middle for Hayes. Now out for 3. Off the rim. And that was Alyssa Ott who pulled the trigger. And then the foul gets called, and the Warriors going to maintain possession. Now it's Alyssa Ott to inbound. Gets it to D'Angelo. Now to Wilson. Wilson eyes up her options, tries to dribble in, goes into the side of the paint. Now back out to the corner. Gonna go off, and a travel. And the Warriors really look like scoring there. Their ball movement's been good. They've been getting up and down the court rather quickly. I think they just need that finishing touch. And now the ball is going to be sent inside the paint. Palmieri goes up, and that one will go. And that'll decrease the lead to 2. 1:23 to go in the first. Here's Wilson. Sends it across. That's Gottschall. Now to Ott. Ott for 3. Off the board. And then a foul. And that's going to be Nia Hayes, her first. Hopewell going to dribble up slowly within 2. They could tie it here. To the corner, Palmieri. Sunday, then out to Reichberg, back to Sunday, now inside the paint. And that'll go off the hands of Spang. Alyssa Spang, and the Warriors going to get the ball back. Oh, and it appears that was overturned by the other official. I have not seen that before. But they wanted to get it right, and they did. Here's Palmieri. Gets it inside the paint, goes up for 2, and there it is. That's going to be Kaylee Sunday. And now the Warriors holding it down in the offensive end. D'Angelo. Gottschall back to Ott. Now Hayes. Looks up. Oh, loses it. Oh, and Hopewell going to pounce on it. And here comes Palmieri, storming down the court. And they're going to get stalled out. Reichberg tries to drive in, goes up for 2, off the board, rebound, tipped up into the air, and eventually Wilson's going to come out with it. Gets it to Hayes. That's down inside the corner. Tried to get it to D'Angelo, hits off of her hand, and now Hopewell's coming back the other way. It's still a tie game, 6-6. Here's a 2 and a foul drawn. With 3.6 to go in the first. And Hopewell is going to get to go to the line. And that one will bounce around and go in eventually. And this is Sunday taking the foul throws. Makes a second one. So that'll make it 8-6 right before the break. 3 seconds to go. The Warriors going to have to quickly try and score here. Dakota D'Angelo goes up for it, and that is no good. So the Warriors through 1, down by 2. It's 8-6 Vikings over the Warriors. And now there's going to be 8 minutes back on the clock. It's the second quarter. Warriors are down by 2. Miller inbounds to Ott. And now bounce pass to Douglas. Douglas pivots, gets it to D'Angelo. Tried to get it to Ott, eventually does, then it's stolen away. Oh boy, and going up is gonna be Speichner. And that is good defense from the Warriors. Here's Miller. To D'Angelo for 2. Oh, just missed it. And now Hopewell is gonna get the ball back. And this game is very tight. Very closely contested. And you always know when it's a Central Valley Hopewell game, it's going to be close. And that one gets tipped out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Hopewell. And it seems like Hopewell has some kind of play set up here. Reichberg looks at her options. Tries to get it down inside the paint. That's for Spang. Spang dribbling. Gets it outside. Foul line. Here's the shot. And that's going to go just underneath of it. Then it's tipped up into the air. That was Palmieri with another shot. Here's Reichberg coming in. Inside the paint, goes up for the layup. That goes off the rim. Now it's tipped up into the air. And a very good job from the Warriors to get that rebound eventually. And now it's Douglas. Here's that one in, and they're going to call a travel. And Coach Razzo talking to the referee on his sideline. He always defends his players. He gets real amped at these games. And now the Vikings are going to set up shop. Here's Reichberg for 3. Oh boy, and that one will go. So that'll expand the lead. It's 11-6. Hopewell over the Warriors. Douglas, back to Ott. D'Angelo. Inside, that gets stolen away by Palmieri. And the ball gets knocked loose. 2 Warriors converge. And that won't be enough. Here the Vikings go up for 1. And that was Reichberg. And that'll go off the side of the backboard. And the Warriors gonna get it. And now here's Ott. Down, here's Hayes. Finds Wilson. Wilson drives in, gets it to Ott. Now back to Miller. Into the corner, and they're gonna call a travel. And these referees are watching for the travel. Got to be aware of it tonight. Here's Reichberg. Sends it to the corner. Palmieri. Back to Reichberg. Back out up top. That's Sunday. Sunday. This is a Reichberg. Then tried to fire it to the corner. That got blocked. And somehow the Warriors come up with it. Here's Talia Wilson. Bounce pass across to Miller. And that goes off the rim. And I have no idea how Wilson ended up with that basketball. And it's going to be a timeout for the Warriors. And the Warriors got those 6 points really early. And then after that, they haven't been able to get the basketball to go into the net as much as they'd like to. I think after this timeout, they're going to find a groove. And Hopewell with it. This is Reichberg. Fires it across for Sunday. Back to Reichberg. Now to the far-sided corner for Spang. Into the middle, that's stolen away. And then a travel. And Palmieri to inbound. Back out up top for Sunday. And that gets tipped. Wilson had it for a second, then lost it. Reichberg now inside the paint. That's going to be for Speicher. And it went up, and then the foul gets drawn. And the Warriors are going to be able to come out with possession. 4:44 to go here in the second. 11-6, the Vikings over the Warriors. It's up. Slows it down, looks at the options. Finds Gottschall. Back to Ott. Ott tries to dribble, and there's a travel. Oh, boy. And the refs are really watching travels tonight really closely. Here's a three ball. It's off the rim. Now Ott has it. They're going to come up with a burst of speed. Sends it to the corner. That's Gottschall. Now back inside of the paint for D'Angelo. Goes up again. And then Hopewell going to get the ball back. Coming out with it, that was Speicher. And that was over for Fue. Now Reichberg. Again goes for three. And that doesn't go. And now another travel. This time on the Vikings. And that has been a story of this game so far, has been the travels. Lots of them. Going both ways, too. Here's Ott. Tries to spin. That's pass to Wilson. In the corner. Tries to go around her guard. And then goes in and draws the foul. And now sitting down by the scorer's table, that's Mariah Nastic. Going to be coming in. And the first one for Wilson's good. And that'll make it 11-7. And the scoreboard reads 7-11. And there you go, makes the next one. Now it's 11-8. And now Palmieri is going to inbound. And that'll go to Sunday. And they're going to come up slowly. 3:24 to go. There comes in Palmieri for three off the back of the rim. Now the ball gets loose. Wilson got the rebound. Now dribbles up its pace. Looks at options. Goes into the paint. Tried to go up for two. And then it just rattled around a little bit. Almost went out of bounds. Here's Reichberg. It was up. Off the rim. Nastic gets it to Wilson. To the corner. This is Ott. Ott comes in, goes up for two, off the rim. Now Nastic, back out. Here's Hayes for two, and that'll bounce in and out. Ott again. Bounce pass inside the paint, goes up. Gottschall makes it. And that'll make it a 1-point game. 2:30 to go in the half. Pass to Fue. And it's going to be for Sunday. Sunday, step back, Palmieri. And the Warriors playing a press. really trying to keep them outside the arc, force them to go for three. There's Palmieri. Reichberg. Back out for Sunday. And now the game kind of sits still. And that's some really good defense from Godshaw. And now Wilson. Going on it, and there's a travel. And the Warriors will end up with the ball. And Wilson will be the one inbounding. Gets it to Ott. And now the Warriors going to try to set up shop. Gets it to Hayes. She tries to drive in. That gets stolen away. Now Wilson has it. Right on the out-of-bounds line. Gets it back to Wilson. She drives in. Loses it. But the Warriors will maintain possession. Here's Ott. Gets it out for Gottschall for three. And that goes! And no, that will only be for two. Only for two. The foot was on the line. But the Warriors will take the lead with that. 12-11. With just above a minute to go. Now Gottschall knocks the ball loose. And they're going to call it in the Warriors' favor. And Maya Reichberg is looking at her coach, almost complaining that call goes to the Warriors. Here's Gottschall, goes up, and that will go to the other side of the hoop. Now here's Ott. Ott looking, gets it to Hayes. 46 seconds to go. Hayes drives in, goes up, and that'll bounce off the back of the backboard and come out. Now the Vikings, they come down with pace. Here's a two-point attempt. The rebound by the Warriors. Here's Ott down the far side. And gets it to Wilson. Wilson looks, drives in, goes up. And that'll just go over. Now Nastic has it. And they're going to call the jump ball. So now Palmieri will be able to inbound for Hopewell. And she immediately gets it to Sunday. With 15 seconds to go, they'll probably just run out the clock here. They'll try to get the lead before halftime. 10 seconds to go. That ball goes out of bounds. And the Vikings are going to hold it. 9.4 to go. And now the clock will resume as the ball gets put in play. Sunday gets it inside for Reichberg. 1 second to go. Does she get the buzzer beater off? No. And at halftime, the Warriors are going to hold the lead. It's the Warriors 12, Vikings 11. And we're back for the second half between the Warriors and the Vikings. And the Warriors right now are up by 1, 12-11. And here we go, third quarter underway. And it's going to be Alyssa Ott. She's going to be first to have it. Now it goes to Miller. Miller. Ott again. Ott. Tried to change direction. Then it goes to Miller. And she'll just lose it out of the reach of her hands. And that'll go out of bounds. And now Hopewell going to carry it down into their end. It's Reichberg. And it came back for Palmieri. Palmieri again. Is it up? That's for Few. Not a Few again. Reichberg bounces into the middle. Palmieri, Few for 2. Off the rim. Had a good crack at it. And now the Warriors are going to be fighting for it, and somebody's going to go down. I believe that was Palmieri. And yes, it was. It was Palmieri who went down. And the foul was called. And I believe that was called on Dominique Douglas. And here's a 2-pointer. That's going to go off the rim. And we have a foul, and the Warriors are going to have the ball coming out. Now standing back is Alyssa Ott and Izzy Miller. Ott, spin move, oh that was nice. Goes up for 2, off the board. And now D'Angelo fights for it, gets it, but then they're going to call a jump ball. And so it'll be Hopewell's ball. He's up for it, and that will go off the rim. And now Miller goes down to the floor. And now it's going to be Douglas to inbound. Come back for Alyssa Ott. She's going to be moving a little slowly. Gets that one over to Douglas. Douglas driving, does a nice spin move, sends it out. And now that's, I believe that was a double dribble. And now here comes Hopewell. Coming along, Palmieri. Knocks that one to Reichberg. Reichberg, bounce pass into the middle. That's going to be stolen away. Here's Izzy Miller. Gets it to Ott. Out to Hayes, drives in, goes up, off the rim. Now the ball loose on the ground. Tons of bodies down on top of it. And they will call the jump. And man, there was about 4 people that were down inside the paint on top of the basketball. Looked like a fumble in football. And here's Alyssa Ott. That's one over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo looks smothered. Gets it to Miller. She's looking for an option. She is also smothered. And Hopewell playing some really good defense right now. Here's Douglas at the post. Gets it out for Miller. Then tries to send it to the corner. That got tipped up in the air. And Alyssa Ott was wide open in the near-sided corner. That would have for sure been 3 points had that one been able to get through. And Ott gets it across, goes up in the air. And then the Warriors will get the ball back. Go out of bounds off of a Viking. Goes to that far side. D'Angelo gets to Hayes, backs up, drives, tried to send it, but there's going to be a travel. Just a little unfortunate. And again with the travels. Seems like every other call has been a travel tonight. I don't know if it's the refs wanting to call it more or if the players are just committing them more. And a triple team down inside the paint. That was on Humphreys. Comes back out. That's going to be for Sunday. Sends it to the corner. That was for Fouet. Palmieri. Back to Fouet. Top of the key. That's for Sunday. Back to Fouet. Looks and defended heavily. And a foul will be called. And the Warriors were all over that. Just got a little bit too touchy. 4:22 to go here in the third quarter. Gonna get that one to Sunday. Fouet again. Back out up top. That's for Humphreys. Sunday. Palmieri. Humphreys again. In and out. Rattled around. And now the Warriors march back the other direction. It's Wilson. To Ott. Ott tried to make a nice move, then dribbled in. Got it to Douglas. And she dribbles outside of the key. Now she opens up a lane, tries to go for two, and that's blocked. And really good defense. And then another bout of good defense. Alyssa Ott that time. Now D'Angelo, back out for Wilson. Shoots it, and it goes! And Wilson will increase the Central Valley lead to 15-11. A very low-scoring affair. Humphreys. Sunday. Palmieri. Humphreys, three off the rim. And now here's Wilson. She's going to dribble in quickly. Looks like she's going to go up for two. Drove in. And they're going to call the foul. And that was a very smart decision to drive in like that. Draw the foul. Get the two shots from the line. Nope, deemed not a shooting foul. So now, instead of being a free throw, Wilson will send it to the corner for Ott, and that goes! And that'll make it 18-11. 2:48 to go in the third, and a timeout, Hopewell. And the Warriors are on fire. Last two possessions. If they could keep this up for the rest of the game, they'll increase that deficit. And this one's going to be a longer timeout. And it's been a really close competitive game so far. It's very low scoring, a defensive game. And it's definitely a little different than what we're used to with this Warriors team, where the games are usually pretty high scoring. Both teams playing good defense. And we've seen it, the blocks have been exceptional, both sides tonight. And the timeout will expire. 2:48 to go in the third. And it's 18-11. Hopewell still inside their huddle. And the Warriors got to be ready to play defense because coming out of that timeout, I feel like Hopewell is going to be really energetic. And that'll be for Palmieri. Then it gets bounced past. Back to Sunday. Back to Sunday again. Goes for three. Off the back of the rim. And now the Warriors going to have a fast break coming the other way. It's going to be a 2-on-1. And now the Vikings are catching. Goes up. And that one got tipped. And that'll mean that the Warriors will maintain possession of it. And it looks like they're making some kind of game plan. Here's to Hayes, back out for Wilson. Now it's up for Godshaw. Now to Ott. Back in for Hayes. Hayes drives into the paint. Draws the foul. Good work. And they're going to play it from the back. Gets it across to D'Angelo. Now to Wilson. Wilson gets it taken away. And now Humphreys is home free down the court. They're not going to send it. Hopewell going to set up shot. Here's Palmieri. Off the back of the rim. Rebound. That was Humphreys. And now the foul. So that will send Azure Humphreys to the line. And that'll be the second foul for Alyssa Ott. And the first one's good. Makes it 18-12. And this to make it 13 points for Hopewell. And that one goes. And 2 minutes to go in the third. Wilson gets it to Ott. Back to Wilson. Comes in, loses it, and it's pounced on. And another pile up inside the paint. That's another thing that seems like it's happened a lot. And so with the jump ball, Hopewell will get it. And here they come. Marching out of their end with Sunday. Gets it across. Here's a three. And that one will miss. Gets helped back in. That was a great job by Sunday to keep it in bounds. Then the ball's on the ground. More people piling on top of it. And now the Warriors will get the jump ball. He's over for Ott. Bounce pass to Wilson. And they're going to call the travel. And Wilson just took one too many steps. He was off balance. Don't know that he could really help that one. Starts down in their end. Gets it up, Sunday. Tries to drive inside the paint, falls down. And now the foul. Gonna be called. And that'll be the third foul for Alyssa Ott. And the fourth for the Warriors. And here's a long pass, top of the key. Sunday bounces it in. Found Spiker. Now it goes to the corner, and that one will miss. And then it goes out of bounds. And it's going to be called Vikings ball. And now going up the scorers table, that's Dominique Douglas. And she's going to come in for Alyssa Ott. Throw to the near side. Now it's out to the top of the key. Looking for room. It's Fway. Goes up, out of bounds. And it's going to be Hopewell's again. And they have been down in this end of the building for a considerable amount of time. And now a jump ball. And it's going to stay down in this end of the court. Here's the throw. And now the ball gets tossed out of bounds. And the Vikings will get it. So this is Reichberg. Tosses that one out for Sunday. And it's 18-13, a very close game still. 56 to go in the third. There's a toss across. Sunday thought about shooting that three. Gets it across for Humphries. She does go for the three, and then it goes off the rim. Bounces off the top of the backboard. And then they're going to call the foul. And finally, the Warriors are going to get possession. It's going to come out for Wilson. Wilson drives in, finds a wide open Gottschall, goes up for two. And that'll make it 20-13. 30 seconds to go. And now the Warriors going to get it back again. Here's Hayes, drives in, loses it. And now the Vikings, 2-on-0, goes up, foul. And that'll be two from the line. And that'll be the first foul for Italia Wilson. First one goes up, goes in and out, and that's no good. And now checking in for Hopewell is Alyssa Spang. Here's the second one, and that goes in. So the first one's a miss, the second one's a make, and that'll make it 20-14. Here's Wilson. Gets it to Douglas. Douglas didn't quite have enough time to shoot it. Then he gets rolled out of bounds. And diving in the corner, that was Lauren Speicher. And now with 10.6 to go in the third, the Warriors are going to have a chance to put some more on the board. Here's that throw. That's going to be Hayes now. Sends it across. It's for Ott. Ott tries to put it up. That one got tipped. Then she tries to get her own rebound. Then it fumbles around onto the ground. She had possession of it, but the clock hits 3 zeros. And the Warriors are going to be up 20-14 as we head to the fourth. And now this game, really close. This fourth quarter, going to be very exciting. Don't go anywhere. And now we start. The fourth quarter of action. The Warriors going to have the ball first. It's going to be Ott. Sends it to the corner for Miller. She does a spin move. Goes up off the rim. She gets her own rebound. Back out to Ott. Ott looks at her option. Sends it to the corner. That's Godshaw. And now they're going to call another travel. And again with the travel. These referees really like to call it. And I mean, they're calling it both ways. It's fair. But it's just unfortunate that it has to be called that much. And now it's going to go out of bounds. And the Vikings will get the ball back. Still 20-14. 6-point lead for the Warriors. Humphreys. Back out across for Sunday. Reichberg. Humphreys. Reichberg again. And that one goes up, and the rebound's going to be got by Ott. And Ott does a spin move. Moves it to the other hand. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes tries to dribble in, goes to the corner. That's Ott again. Ott looks. Godshaw to D'Angelo. She goes up for it, and that goes off the rim. Tipped away. Ott gets the rebound. And now it's back out. Godshaw for three. Off the rim. And that almost put three more on the board for the Warriors. And now the ball gets bounced away, and here come the Warriors. Here's Godshaw. She's got it. Comes in with pace. Tries to go up for two. Off the rim again. 2 possessions in a row she's hit the rim. And then it goes up, and Hopewell will get some points. That was Alyssa Spang who made those points for Hopewell. That makes it 20-16. And Coach Lyons getting fired up on the sideline. And the timeout going to be taken. And Coach Razzo going to talk with his team. Still ahead in this game, not a real reason to panic. They just got to hope they can hold the lead. And this is a shorter timeout. And Coach Razzo has the clipboard out, drawing up something tactical, I assume, with 6:02 to go. And I feel like this one's going to be a nail-biter. Might see overtime tonight. And it's Ott, gets it to Wilson. And she's double-teamed, triple-teamed even. And she caught out of it. And now it gets it to D'Angelo. D'Angelo back out for Wilson. Wilson sends it to the corner for Hayes. Pulls the trigger on a three. Off the rim and then rattles out. I thought maybe that was going to come back inside the hoop. And now the foul's called. And Speichner going to be complaining just a little bit to the one referee. She clearly did not think that was a foul. And the referee's made a trip over to the scorer's table. And now we resume play. They send it. D'Angelo back to Wilson. Pulls a three. Off the rim. Rebound. Caught by Hopewell, and she fell down. And they're going to call the travel. That time it's going to be in the Warriors' favor. Here's Wilson, top of the key. Gets it over for Hayes. Into the near corner, it's D'Angelo. Back to Wilson. Now for Hayes. Hayes stepping, looking, passing. Gets it again. Back out for Wilson. She had the jump for it. Goes up. Drives in off the rim. And now the ball is going to be fought for, and it will be a jump ball. So that means Hopewell will get possession of it. 6 fouls for both teams. 4 timeouts left for the Warriors, 2 for the Vikings. And now the Vikings are going to set up shop. Reichberg. Sunday. Back to Reichberg. Bounce pass into the middle, tipped up into the air, and that's going to go out of bounds. And the Warriors will get possession back. It's a 4-point lead for the Warriors. And the scoreboard stayed pretty much solid right at 20-16 for the last, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes. And here's D'Angelo, gets it to Wilson. Wilson, over to Hayes. Hayes, looks at her options. Gets smothered, that's Palmieri on defense. Bounce pass, tried to get it to Wilson. And then a foul is gonna be called. And Hopewell's gonna get the ball back. And Palmieri now. Sunday goes up and doesn't make it, goes off the rim. And they're gonna call a jump ball. And this game would be really, really tight had that layup gone down. It already is tight. That one gets tipped. Ott gets it again. Sends it up the court. That's for Gottschall. Cross for Hayes. She goes up for 2. Off the rim. And now a scramble for it. And a foul. And Hopewell will get the ball again. Just under 4 minutes expired. And Humphreys is going to be here to take the free throw. Rattles in and out, and the Warriors going to get it. They're going to come back the other way. Ott, bounce pass, Wilson. Gottschall, Hayes, smothered. Bounces out to Ott for 3, and it goes! And that makes it 23-16, 3:33 to go. And the Warriors expand the lead. Palmieri now comes in, shoots for 2. Humphreys with the rebound. That doesn't go. And now the Warriors, they're going to storm back the other direction. Bounce pass to Wilson. Wilson, top of the key. Sends it across into the corner. Now for Hayes. Hayes tries to drive in, goes up for 2, and a foul drawn. And good work to drive to the hoop and draw the foul, especially in a tight game like this. And both teams have reached bonus. And the first one will go off the rim. And here's the next one. Off the board. 0 for 2. And now the ball going to be fought for, and the jump going to be called. So Hopewell will get possession of it. And they'll call a timeout. 3:05 to go here in the 4th. And a very, very tight game. Think about it, you give up, maybe 2 possessions where Hopewell scores and the Warriors don't. Hopewell's right back in this game. And that would flip the script almost. And the Warriors don't want to get into too heavy protect mode, because when you get into prevent defense, sometimes that's when you give up the most points. I think right now for the Warriors, the best defense is offense. And some tactics given to both teams. We're going to be ready to see what Hopewell has drawn up for this one. And this game is really still up in the air. It's Palmieri. That tosses over to Sunday. Now back to Palmieri. Palmieri into the corner. Here's the 3 ball, and that one goes. Oh boy. Lauren Spiker with a 3, and that makes it 23-19. Back to a 4-point game. And now a scramble. Ball's loose on the ground. Gets thrown out, and Hopewell keeps it moving, and now the Warriors had it for a second, but they're going to call the jump ball. And a good job from the Warriors defense. It's going to be Lazard. She gets it to Wilson. Wilson goes around the key, pivots, sends it back. Godshaw. And they're going to call it travel. .2:25 to go here in the 4th. Palmieri's got it. He's inside of the corner. Spin move. Goes up. And they're going to call a foul here. Elbowing. Somebody threw a flying elbow. And now the referee's going to have a little conference right by the foul line. Hopewell is going to go over to their coach. Same with the Warriors. And they're all going to get a little bit of tactics here. And now the referee's going to go over to the Hopewell bench and explain something. And now I believe they're saying that Humphreys has to shoot instead of Spicer. So here's Humphreys. Uncontested free throw. No good. And now here's the second one. Next one's up. That one's good. So that'll bring it to a 3-point lead for the Warriors. 2:15 to go. And I told you this game is coming down to the wire. And now Hopewell gonna be on offense. To the corner. Palmieri goes up off the rim. Gets it again. Flashes it back out. That's Sunday. Now to Palmieri again. Back to Sunday. Sunday looks at her option. She's defended by Godshaw. And now it's going to be coming out the other way. And the Warriors escape with just under 2 minutes left in this one. There's Wilson. Gets it to Hayes. Sends it across. Almost stolen. But it'll end up in Ott's hands anyway. Now here's Hayes. Drives in. Gets it to Wilson. Now down to the corner. That's for Godshaw. Godshaw looks at her options. Gets it to Wilson. She's going to dribble. Sends it across for Ott. She goes for 3. That goes up off the rim. And the Warriors tried to get the rebound, but it went out of bounds in the process. So 1:38. A 3-pointer ties the game for Hopewell. That's Sunday. Bounce pass to Palmieri. Palmieri back to Sunday. Almost robbed by Wilson. Sunday dribbles in. Eyes it up. Gets it down inside the corner. And a foul Are they going to take the foul or the out of bounds? They're going to take the out of bounds. Here's a pass. It's going to go for Sunday. Back to Palmieri. Back to Sunday. Now down inside the corner. Fired across. Palmieri inside for Humphreys. Then it gets bounced in. Goes up for two. Bank shot. That goes in. That was Spang. And now the Warriors up by 1. 58 seconds to go. Ball gets lost. And now it goes, stays in bounds. Palmieri. And that goes. And Hopewell has taken the lead. 24-23, 48 seconds to go. And the Warriors will call a timeout. And it'll be a long 1-minute timeout. It's a 1-point game. It's coming down to the wire. And there is not a whole lot of time left. Coach Razzo talking to his players. He's got something for this situation. You just know he does. And the Warriors just need one good shot. But I doubt if they make it, it'll be the last possession of the game. With 48 seconds left, they're probably going to make it probably after 20 of that. So Hopewell will most likely get the ball again. And it'll have to be the Warriors defense that's going to have to rise up to the occasion. But before that can happen, the offense has to score. So Nia Hayes is going to be ready to inbound. Hopewell sets up their defense. Here we go. And the ball's in. Ott to Hayes. Back to Ott. Now to Hayes again. Hayes drives, dribbles, keeps going. Center to the corner. That's for Wilson. Bounce pass. D'Angelo goes up. Off the rim and out. And Hopewell gets the rebound. 33 seconds to go. And here they come. Sunday. And it's going to be a timeout called by Hopewell. And they're probably going to run out the clock if I had to guess. But the game's not over until the final buzzer sounds. Never know what can happen, especially in basketball. Bad tip, fast break, who knows? What I do know is that there's 27.9 to go. And the Warriors need at least a point. Best case scenario is that they drive in, draw a foul, get 2 free shots, and hopefully they make one of them tie the game. But now Hopewell has possession in their offensive end. Here's Palmieri. Tosses it in. That's Sunday. She gets double teamed. Double teamed heavily, and she goes down. And they're going to call the foul. And Coach Razzo not happy. And Coach Razzo calling for a travel. But now it's going to be a free throw to make it a 2-point lead. No good. And that could be a game-saving moment for the Warriors. Now the ball gets caught. Here comes God. Up. Gets it! And the Warriors have taken the lead, 25-24 of Alyssa Ott. Gets down inside the paint. And the Hopewell bench is stunned. And so much excitement in the moment. Oh my goodness. There isn't words for what just happened. And now the Warriors, who were down by one, are now up by one. 25-24, 30 seconds on the timeout. And now Hopewell is going to have, like, I believe it's 12 seconds to score to potentially win this game. But Alyssa Ott could be the hero. And then you got to look back to that free throw. The free throw from Hopewell down in their end. That miss was a game-saving moment for the Warriors, I believe, because this game would be tied had that free throw gone in. With 12.8. Hopewell is going to have the ball. And the inbound is going to be Lauren Speicher. Sends it in. Here they come, down the court. 8 seconds to go. Driving in. Goes up. Sunday makes it. And Hopewell takes the lead. 3 seconds to go. Oh, boy. And you could just feel the air sucked out of the gym. And the Warriors are going to have to stay deep. Inbound with probably a long pass and toss it up and hope. And I told you this was going to be a tight game. I didn't think it was going to be this crazy at the end, but it's certainly tight. And even then, overtime's still a possibility if there's a foul. Going to be Alyssa Ott to inbound. And another timeout. And another minute-long timeout, might I add. Whew. If the Warriors can somehow find a way to get that 2 points they need with 3 seconds left, this gym will erupt. And the Warriors are ready. And the next 3 seconds, they got to get it all the way down the court and put it in the basket. And that would be for the win. Here we go. Hayes gets it to Ott. Ott dribbles. 0 seconds to go, and the buzzer sounds. And the Warriors needed to get the shot off just a tad bit quicker. And that one stings. Well, the Warriors are going to fall to the Vikings 26-25 after 4 periods of play.